This map, TBC, is a nightmare.
Why?
Because Mutas, 2-hatch Mutas is a very popular build order, and they will arrive very fast. So, and river drops, which are very popular, PvT as well. So you have your timings are a little bit fucked up because they will
It's
arrive
interesting
like.
because I've heard people say it's a Terran map. They can just siege everywhere.
Yeah, it's good if you defend well. If you're not, but it's very likely to receive tons of damage from harass. So that's the pros and cons of this map. If you survive long enough without taking any damage, I think you won't have any problem closing it up. But on the other hand, I believe it's very likely for you to get harassed or take a lot of damage from Mutas or Reaver or something like that. In this case, Reaver. I will definitely go drop just to force turrets and to force the Terran to do like a 2-base all in or something like that.
Has anyone ever seen GrimeBoss play Protoss?
Yeah, I've seen. He actually played random versus random on a show match versus who was it? Madinha, I believe, a couple of months ago. And I thought he was trolling or something. Okay, 12 Nexus. This is bold. On a 101 map, I cannot say I recommend this build order, but it can work if you do 12 Nexus, 14 gate, 15 second gate, 16 pylon, 17 assimilator, and you send
Oh,
only.
look at you!
And Terrence
You know all the
Scouts
Protoss builds.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
I have a dark past.
Is it a Dark Templar path?
Yeah, I have a past where I joined the dark side.
I mean, if you're a Terran, you probably need to know all the stuff Protoss can throw at you anyway.
Yeah.
So you can complain about it and take the higher.
It's not like Zerg where you just go Hydras and more Hydras.
Yeah.
Terran's the best race to play because you can lose and still technically win because it's the hardest race supposedly to play. So that gets you brownie points.
That's we have to actually learn StarCraft.
Why are they so hard?
Because you have this week I taught a fellow player of my country how to play PvT, for example. And on the other hand, you have a Terran player who asked me to teach him how to play TVP, and it was really easier for me to explain him PvT than TVP, because you don't have many details of variations from a build order than you can do like one build order and you have 2 or 3 possibilities that you need to rule out, and then you are quite safe. But as Terran, you have like
2 units to make, Cavalters and tanks.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
Yeah, but you have to get the timings right and defend against DTs,
No.
maybe
you need to know many details because Protoss has lots of very good timing. So, for example, you know that the Terran is doing a okay response, and GrimeBoss did a very bad build order because if he done the build order as I told it before, he should have like 2 Zealots instead of 1. So now he will lose the Nexus 100%. He will break this push because he will have range, but he will lose this Nexus because he did a very bad build order. So anyhow, the Terran needs to put a bunker and he needs to start siege or mines, or he will be dead with the counterattack of dragoons. He needs to put mines. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Okay, he's repairing his SCVs.
Yeah, but now
so he wants to keep the Protoss contained for as long as possible, I guess.
Yeah,
now
but
he's got range.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he need one SCV for Goon. He won't be able to hold this very long.
Yeah, but now there are too many goons. Now the bunker should go down.
Yeah.
But I guess he probably delayed long enough to lay mines. So will he get another bunker on the entrance, or just defend with units?
I think it's unnecessary since you have mines. So I think now you need siege ASAP. And the problem here, they are kind of even because the Terran is in a slightly better spot because he has three more workers, but he doesn't have anything to protect him from this river that is coming. So he needs to put a lot of turrets, and he needs to have siege mode. Without siege mode, a good Protoss will kill you very easily. Yeah, and if he doesn't kill you, he will trade very good, a very good number of tanks. So,
but you can see that Cryoc is very well prepared for this map so far. He's already spread out his remaining Marines to guard the bases on the plateau in the top left. So yeah, he basically only has to keep an eye on the bottom of his base to see the shuttle come in now. And he already got a turret up there, which is good.
But he needs more.
But it doesn't look like it will cover the whole base, so he'll have to react quickly now. Yeah, and the shuttle actually avoids the turret. Oh, okay, there are the units. There's the turret. That didn't go so well so far for the Protoss.
Well, you need a salad rather
than... Now he doesn't have anything but the Reaver and the shuttle and gets completely zoned out. He'll try probably to go to the natural, but that'll not be...
Mines.
There's a turret there too, and mines. Oh. Yeah, okay.
Oh, he got denied.
He could have maybe gone to the top quickly and got one Scarab off or something, but yeah, split-second decisions. Oh, he's gotten the island already, yeah. That there's an eBay scouting it immediately. So, yeah, there's a starport. Terran pretty much needs drops on this map anyway.
Well, I think he's going like a two-ways timing since he isn't making a third command center. So maybe we'll see a 2-1 push from Cryoc. So GrimeBoss is researching air attacks, so maybe he's planning to make carriers.
Yeah, you think it's a 2-base to 1 push? Or...
Yeah, because the normal time for a third CC would be between the 6:30 and the 7:45.
Yeah.
If he makes a starport before a third CC, and you have already armory, of course, you know that 2-1 push is coming. So this is a very good and solid build order. The bad part is that he won't have any economy if he fails. So
Yeah,
this is kind of
he'll have to either do a lot of damage or get a very solid map position at least, and then expand behind it. And the Protoss is already on 3 bases, so... Well, do you think it would be good if he got some dropships and tried to kill that island base first?
I don't like how he built his stargates there. Leaves him vulnerable to being taken out if he loses the island.
Yeah, but I think Terran has to act now. Once he's got a few carriers to defend the island, then it'll become very hard to take it out with drops. So the time for Terran to act would be right now.
I'm
Like
surprised to see
two
somebody.
dropships full of
Getting
siege
carriers.
tanks on the island would probably wreak havoc pretty well. How many shuttles does Protoss have? Only the one?
only a one.
Yeah, with 2 Reavers.
He's building a third CC now, so that's kind of weird because this is a very late third CC. So maybe he will try to turtle into 3-2 upgrades, but
There's finally the drop.
I'm not understanding why he hasn't defended his island expansion at all.
Like, okay, he should snipe the pylon, I think. Just disrupt carrier production as much as possible.
well, GrimeBoss isn't defending this, so
No, I am wondering all the time. He's only got 1 shuttle. How is he?
Oh my God.
I mean, and he knew the eBay is there, so the Terran knew about it, and then they put all his targets there.
Okay,
like how
all in.
How did he plan to defend it?
All in incoming.
The Reavers aren't being dropped in the best place.
Or in the very best place. Depends. Like now they can. Okay, yeah, they dealt a lot of damage, but now they are both dead. Okay. Only 2 tanks.
I think he's gonna keep sending Zealots.
He's got to defend his ramp long enough. Drops to return from the island, I guess, so then he holds easily.
He will lose 1 CC. The Dragoons.
Yeah, he should just move it up the cliff, I guess.
Well, too late now.
Yeah. Tries to repair it.
No, he
Okay.
won't.
Not enough SCVs for that.
Oh.
Or maybe. Oh.
Terran map. See how fast they repaired it? It's a
Repairs in there. Okay. Now he's got a solid supply lead.
Yeah, this is GG.
3rd base coming up. Protoss is back on 2 base. Has lost his carrier production.
Yeah, this is GG for me.
This is like...
There's no way.
Last effort. All in.
Here's a drop.
Low rush. Like, he should now move all his zealots to the high ground, I guess, and try to at least delay the base.
Oh, the probes.
As much as possible.
The probes are denying.
Stalemate. Well, okay. Enough take splash to not have a stalemate. Cryoc definitely has figured out how to use these dark swarm spots as an alternative backdoor push path into a main.
in my mind, GrimeBoss is swearing at the map right now.
Well, I don't think you have to blame the map
I
for
mean,
this.
he made a lot of bad decisions, like going for next first on a 2-player map,
And
then taking an island without a strategy to defend it.
and even so, he did a 12 Nexus with a bad build order. He didn't do a good 12 Nexus, so he wasn't able to defend it because
So he's
didn't.
gonna try to go up the ramp with these dragoons, but they're too big.
Yeah, but
Is he gonna figure that out?
he should just bum rush those zealots all into the third, which Terran will then have trouble to clean up, because Terran needs drops to get up there. So yeah, he has to evacuate, lift his CC, and
Does Vulture can go up there?
no,
Oh.
actually, Goliath tanks and vultures all have the same collision, so they all can't fit up those ramps.
Interesting.
Still
Goliath tanks, vultures, dragoons, reavers, lurkers, all have the same size. Archons too, and dark archons.
Okay, so he's 2-0. Whenever he has 3 attack, he can push very easily. His Templar's archives are empowered, so he cannot research Storm. He has only Zealots, maybe Arbiter Tech on the way, but I think it's kind of late now.
Yeah, I think you need Storm. Like, Storm is really good actually, because just like tanks, you can have Templars on the cliffs and Storm stuff
What's
below.
Here comes a drop in Protos's main.
The DT.
Yeah, he's using his forward position on the swarm now to cover the drop into the main, which is very nice. So now Protoss has to deal with another very hard to crack front.
Oh,
And
Hero
again,
DT.
not having enough shuttles to counter drop really bites him.
I think Pato really likes this map. He would like to play this over and over in ladder.
Cryoc. Yeah.
Pato is a Terran user too.
Okay.
But I can play Protoss as well.
Well, it seemed like GrimeBoss didn't really have a game plan on this map. Cryoc played kind of reactively,
I mean,
but strategically.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think Cryoc definitely knows the map well, and like the attack he's doing right now, I'm pretty sure this was something he had kind of mapped out beforehand. Like, we already saw him taking advantage of that position versus Dragon. So
Well, I think the biggest mistake for him, for me, was
Protoss looked like he had half a plan, like basically take that island. And yeah, unfortunately, this is not like your typical Protoss island where you just drop off probe and build some cannons, which you even didn't do, and then you're defended. So he actually would have needed a couple of shuttles to counter drop there, I guess. I mean, with those dark swarms, for example, if you can get some PTs or zealots dropped into them or reavers, they'll of course profit greatly from the cover of the dark swarm. So even with just like 2 shuttles full of units, you could easily clean that up, or at least force the Terran to unsiege and move out.
I guess he just left the game without saying GG. Game 2 on the Swarm map. Pato, you playing on this map, right?
Yeah, I did. I did. Which matchup? I don't remember. Oh, TBC. Yeah.
Did
TBC.
you lose?
I lost.
Mutas?
Yes, I lost to Mutas. They arrive earlier than my timing. That what I timed in my build order. I got
But
punished.
I mean, let's say you're playing on like circuit breakers, for example, or
Yep.
any map with that symmetry on vertical positions, then actually the distance from natural to natural for Mutalisks is pretty much the same. Might be even a bit less.
From
so time. I mean, distance-wise, this is like main to main on circuit breakers is pretty much like natural to natural here, and main to main is pretty like natural to natural on circuit breakers. So basically, you only have the bases swapped around, but overall distances are about the same. So in principle, you should be able to defend with similar timings.
Yeah, kind of, but it wasn't like that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to prioritize your main over the natural, of course, in this case, but...
Oh, well.
I like this. You like this, Pato?
No. I really don't.
My
don't
favorite
think
ladder
That's
build.
so aggressive.
And he plays his racks in a horrible position. So this is what you do when you don't want to play StarCraft.
Or if you don't want to play the map.
Yeah. Which is the same.
But one of the problems is this is right where Terran will immediately scout it.
Does see it.
So he can just get a bunker up to defend it, I guess.
Well,
The gateway was made slightly to the right. If it was made slightly to the left, I don't think that SCV would have spotted it.
Maybe. Yeah, probably could have made it below the ramp.
Unless you want your opponent to know that you made a gateway there, but I can't imagine that being a strategy. I mean, there's enough space on the left to make
It's
that
just a
gateway.
decoy. He'll actually not make any, but macro up in his main instead.
Oh, he needs to
I'm
pull
waiting for that.
SCVs ASAP.
Pato has been here before many times.
Yeah.
He's reliving it right now.
Oh. Oh, one micro. Oh, this is very bad for Cryoc. Very bad. So his second gateway is very late, so that's good for Cryoc. has to build a second gateway in his base and range as soon as possible.
Hello, Dragoon. I mean, that tank, it feels like 5 minutes are going to pass before it comes out.
So no tank. This is very bad news.
Should get a third Dragoon out by the time the tank comes out. Got his Nexus making.
He isn't researching anything in the machine shop, so wouldn't you?
He's too busy pulling out his hair right now.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd want either mines or siege mode, right?
I don't know. Would you make a command center?
Oh, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
I mean, he can't expand right now because Protoss has him kind of soft contained at least. So
Right.
getting some siege mode and just siege expanding would probably be best.
Looks like that's what he's doing.
He can't move out until he has siege mode.
Yeah, exactly. So why is it only starting it now?
Can't tell.
Like he's got like 500 gas in the bank.
I think one of the nice things Terran has going for it on this map is being able to float a barracks to Protoss's base just to get a little peek in there.
And an eBay.
Or an eBay, right?
Yeah, got both.
You could
right
also
now.
land it in the island, right? And block a Nexus being made there if a
Yeah,
probe
or
happens to be
or
dropped.
build a marine to
Right.
act as guarding forces for the island, basically.
There goes GrimeBoss's grimy gateway. Proxy no more. $30 probes to 25 SCVs. GrimeBoss has the lead in supply. As the economy is looking good.
Does he have a plan to win?
Well, this show match involves money, so I imagine. Yes.
He's got a robo, but probably for observers, right? No shuttles on the way.
Nice. Seems that he's doing a arbiter deck build order. Like a 2-base arbiter build.
Sounds like a strong strategy on this map.
Okay, some things. Oh yeah, Marine ready to deny the space for now, but I guess he can just set up a zealot or two to get rid of it. Well, now he's bringing dragoons, which won't help him.
Well, there's 3 probes versus a Marine. 12 o'clock.
I guess with some micro. Well, okay. Battle probes. There's something else coming in for Terran up there. And there's even a third unit coming into position, it seems.
Have these sort of thinner ramps ever been featured in previous maps?
Well, I mean, first, you remember the old map, the old Caspar map 850?
No, but maybe Pato does.
Which map? Sorry.
815?
No, sorry.
815?
Oh yeah, yes.
It was
Yes,
like
it was
Boxer
an
era
all
map, basically, with
boxer play on that map. Yeah.
which has those kind of ramps for the mains.
Yeah,
So it's
it
almost a
has the only
semi-island
way.
map.
Yes, it was a very annoying map.
And then, of course, there's maps like Blue Storm, lots of old school two-player maps,
Yes, Blue
which
Storm.
have, like nowadays, most two-player maps have a short rush path that is kind of tight and limits units moving through, but still lets everything through. Older maps like actually Blue Storm 1, the first one was Peaks of Back
Oh yeah.
and many others like Loki.
GrimeBoss
They
is blocking the ramp with the
kind
Zella.
of jokes that only leave small units through the shortest rush path, which is the same idea as with those kind of ramps.
Tanks have been spotted. 9 o'clock. He has made a few cannons at his nexuses.
Yeah, he should have enough to defend those tanks.
Kind of a risky move by Cryoc. He got 6 naked tanks.
Yeah, and it's up against 2 DTs. Okay, now he scans. Should snipe those DTs immediately. Oh, he lets them both escape.
Feels like he could just drop underneath the cliff much more easily.
Yeah, that wouldn't even have to drop, you'd just have to push up there. I mean, that's kind of the balance of this map. Terran can't directly access the high ground, but they actually can attack those or defend those spaces from the low ground.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Lost 6 or 7 tanks there and a few vultures. That was a decent sized army. I think he was probably better served trying to push.
Probably. I mean, looking at the supplies, Cryoc is still in a solid position. He's not just gonna die now, but like he dedicated 6 tanks there, so that basically did nothing.
Yeah, he's dropping more at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but this is hopefully just to get that base up. He should lay mines, tight passage that leads up to the corner. I don't know. I've been asked to actually change those third gas bases so Terran could easily just completely wall them off. What do you think about that?
Pato would probably be the best person to ask since he's a Terran player.
Well, I don't know about that. Sorry. If this map, of course, if you go for a late game, the only decent option for a Protoss will be to recall on your base or to go straight to carriers. Because I don't see how you can play late game versus a decent Terran.
Yeah, I mean, your strategy as Protoss should mostly be to keep Terran contained on 3 bases here.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be. I mean, Terran would have to take the island or the top base, which they can't directly defend with the mech army, or the mineral only, which is very open and doesn't have gas. So that's actually a pretty viable strategy for Protoss. Just trade well in the mid game, try to stay upper base, and keep Terran on 3 bases. Defend the 2-1 push that's probably coming out at some point, and then Protoss should be in a good spot.
Nice EMP.
Another thing that Protoss should consider is being maybe getting a few more zealots and being proactive with them on the map, because of course zealots can just freely access the high ground and try to either delay the third gas base of Terran or force it to lift and evacuate if Terran hasn't got enough defensive units up there. So
I mean, it'd be interesting to see some battles in between these narrow passages.
yeah, I mean, if you see this now, there's a lot of tanks in Terran, which is why I actually didn't find it necessary, or actually explicitly didn't want the choke to be fully. So yeah. Okay, now, I don't know, didn't he scan it in time, or seems like just pretty crushed? How many units does he have down there?
GrimeBoss is almost maxed out. Cryoc has 1-2 upgrades. So does GrimeBoss.
He's getting a third seat, which, well, might want to push and then take the mineral only behind that, or maybe he wants to sneak the island base. But there seems to be some Protoss in the island as well. Doesn't look like it's a nexus though.
Was that a recall into Terran's base?
Yes. There's coming another one. No energy, okay.
The armory would be good to target there. But not sure if that's worth it.
Usually it is. Oh, he's sniping the CC. Maybe.
I think Cryoc is really exploiting certain aspects of the map here. GrimeBoss isn't able to out-strategize him.
Yeah, but I think if Protoss handles this well, this will be a perpetual stalemate in the top left corner, because Terran can't just easily move in there. He can just camp on the outside. Now he's itching forward. He needs to get rid of the tanks on the high ground.
He really whittled down Protoss's army.
He should have just focused all his zealots on the tanks on the high ground. Now he's losing all its units, and that's very bad.
He chipped away
Now
at Protoss's army.
he might lose the base. Yeah, okay. Can you show the top left corner? I think Terran is moving in there right now. Yeah. He's killing it.
GrimeBoss is sitting at 3,500 minerals, if that resource bar is correct.
Oh, and he's taking the mineral only. And the island. Or is taking the island, okay. But he's mined out in his main, but so is Cryoc. And now Cryoc is moving his vultures to third base on top.
Terran is 2-2, my friend.
Can you go to the Protoss third? Okay.
Well, it's third
Okay.
and fourth.
Yeah, it's just one cannon there, but now he's moving in the zealots. I think he cleaned that up. So, but he'll use the mineral only now. Yeah. And Cryoc might be able to get both the mineral only and the top left base now. It's actually ahead in supply.
Given his economy, I think he probably needed 4 more gateways. He was sitting at 10, and he still is. He's about
Yeah.
to lose the island expansion as well.
I mean, Cryoc is sitting on a lot of resources. Could have macroed better as well, I guess. But yeah. GrimeBoss is actually... Well, right now he should probably get Templars and Storm to defend this kind of push. Like if in a situation like this, like if you had Templars up on the cliff, that would help a lot against those clumped up tanks on the low ground.
Terran's almost mined out, though. So it's Protoss.
Yeah, he should get... Well, I mean, I guess... Well, he's still ahead in supply. He's losing some more of his push force now. Yeah, he shouldn't press on. He should just use the oh, GrimeBoss is actually giving up. Well, he's mined out in most of his bases, so
I
yeah.
thought he was going to win that one. Nice comeback for Terran. Slow and steady wins the race, my friend. Again, GrimeBoss, I think, lacked a plan mid to long game. Sacrifice all his units in the upper left push.
Just doing Reaver drops into carriers seems like a good strategy here, I guess.
He lost a lot of units trying to prevent that attack on the top left expansion.
Yeah, he didn't handle that very well.
Could have just abandoned it and refocused his efforts somewhere else.
He could have just got enough zealots to kill the tanks on the high ground, I guess.
He had enough gas for Storm, but I haven't seen him make Templars in Storm.
Yeah. think without Storm, without Carriers, he had Arbiters, but he just went for recalls that didn't do that much, instead of trying to win the big battles. So I guess he didn't use his resources in the end.
Pato, what kind of build or strategy would you do on this map, TVP?
TVP. Probably a standard build order, to be honest, because I know if I have I know that I have an advantage if I made it to the mid game or late game. So maybe
Is it safe?
I will play it safe. Like,
are you going to be able to defend against drop, like a Reaver?
Yeah,
DT?
I will do an engineering bay and maybe invest in being extra safe. I think even though I wouldn't build any big amount of turrets in a normal game. I think since you have an advantage, if you live enough, I think I would try to put myself in that position.
And to get your third, you would need starports and a few dropships?
No, the third is pretty much close by, so maybe in this map you can also like hit the expansions from the above ground with tanks. So
yeah, I mean, probably get one dropship, just so you have the option
yeah,
to
but
do
you get
vulture drops in the main, to have some counterplay if Protoss tries to take the island, stuff like that, and then maybe get one control group of vultures up there, lay some mines.
Well, there's a build order with starport that is pretty safe as well. You need to micro your marines correctly and build vultures, because you open with a tank and then with a vulture and mine, so it's kind of weak against like full dragoon at the beginning, but if you pull that off, it is pretty strong, because your drops arrives at the 6:30 minutes in the Protoss base, and you can deal a pretty decent amount of damage. So yeah, I think doing a starport, it's okay, since you have an island and since you can later build a wraith if you feel that the other player is going to drop a river.
Yeah.
So
on a 2-spot map, I think you would be susceptible to proxy gate rushes like this, right? And you can block off his Terran. But Cryoc,
yeah, I don't think that
that.
blocking is very good, because again, in one-on-one maps, if you try to block, a good Protoss will just put a pylon in your wall just to avoid you closing your entry, and then all your buildings will be misplaced and it will be kind of hard to defend.
At
And
least you'll know that a proxy gate rush is coming.
yeah, and you don't know, because sometimes they do like a proxy gate, but they also start the gas and start the cybernetic, so they do like a 2 sealed rush and then a dragoon. So you need to build a bunker in your lower ramp. Yeah, if not, if you build it in your base, you won't be able to move out until you get a tank and siege, and the Protoss will have a very good advantage for that. So now Cryoc is
That's what's happening right now.
Cryoc is in a big trouble. He lost a lot. So now I don't know if the mines are a good option in this situation.
Shuttle being made.
Feel like it's almost like last game, where he probably want to have CH first, just to push Protoss out of the natural. Even though on this map you can actually move the goons to the top edge, like above the geyser, to get out of siege range and keep denying the natural. But then, of course, you'll sooner or later lose those goons.
So he canceled the engineer, the eBay. So that's kind of weird.
So what's Protoss doing in their base?
Reaver.
Reaver, yes. Okay. Seems like a good follow-up. Keep the pressure on.
No
Without an
eBay.
engineering bay
Yeah,
and a
no
CP
eBay.
going
No eBay. He's going to die.
Yeah. I mean, his expansion got delayed a lot, so basically struggling to get that. And I guess he'll start considering what Protoss might do afterwards, but it's gonna be too late. Okay.
Oh, he sees the shuttle on the Reaver.
Oh!
Well, I guess this puts him in an offensive position and GrimeBoss in a defensive position. So delayed eBay.
He will stop this easily.
Okay, yeah, the tanks are already scratched a bit. Well, okay, the one's pretty low health. The other ones are alright, but looks like they are okay. If he doesn't micro that badly, he should be able to clean that up.
I think he's just trying to buy some time so he can get a turret up.
Yeah.
And defend his main and natural. That was a smart move.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he knew that Reaver.
Is there a turret below the eBay? Or
He's making one now.
oh, but just on the edge. Where okay, 2 on the edge.
He's gonna make 3.
Yeah, up there's another one. I see it. Okay, so that means his main is pretty well defended now. There might be a gap in between those.
Yeah, the shuttle might be able to.
He definitely could have flown through there without eating too many missiles.
He's not gonna
But
risk
I guess he didn't want his shuttle to be trapped inside. But now there's also a turret in the nut choke, and if he gets another turret up at the geyser, then it'll be very hard for... Oh, there's already one. So yeah, now Protoss can't just easily get in.
Terran has spotted the island expansion and the archives. I'm not sure why GrimeBoss chooses to build key buildings in the island.
Hidden tech. Well, not hidden anymore, but... I mean, at least he's got like 2 Reavers and a shuttle now. So that's something to defend the island. If he doesn't lose them frivolously. Is he getting carriers, or is he's got an archive? So he's probably doing arbiters. Yeah.
How long did it take you to make this map?
I have no idea. Like, particularly, like I worked for it, then I let it lay around, then worked on a bit more. So it's hard to guess then.
Does the
Like,
map
some of
editor
those
keep a
maps were
tally?
what?
Does the map
No,
editor
it doesn't.
record how
It
many
doesn't.
hours?
It doesn't. Maybe that's a feature I should request.
Huh. You'd say at least 40 hours?
Could be. I mean, this map is it's just 96 by 96, so it's considerably smaller than your typical map. Like, what's it, like 40% less or so. So that's an pretty much equal amount of work that less you have to put into it. But
do you put as much time into aesthetic details as you do to like technical issues, fixing bugs, worker pathing things, or more on one?
yeah, well, I mean,
There's a lot of details on this map.
I mean, that's actually the fun part. So, well, I mean, lots of the texturing and stuff then gets into hours and hours of just copy pasting and over putting in minute details. So, well, it's not just fun sometimes, but yeah, at least it's not just going, just having to go for trial and error, fixing pathfinding bugs and stuff like that. So
GrimeBoss looks like he's going to lose this expansion again. Not sure why he took it. It seems like it's not easy for Protoss. I won't say Protoss can't hold it, but
yeah, it's set up to not be just a free take Protoss island like on so many maps.
right? You need some Templars, some
It's,
Storm.
there are those bridge paths with dark swarms where you can always get easily counter dropped, and you can see Cryoc knows that and got enough dropships to do that. And Protoss is still on one shuttle and now lost his reavers, so he'll pretty much lose the island, and then
Here
he
comes
might actually get back into the position where Terran pushes him from the bridge path, from the Dark Swarm, into the back of his main. But okay, so Protoss is now pushing into the natural, and he nicely finds the spot in the back of the base that's not covered by tanks on the high ground. Oh yeah, and Cryoc will use his armories, so that's good for GrimeBoss, I guess. And Cryoc is still only on, like, if he loses his natural now or gets denied there, then he's basically on one base economy. So Protoss is getting up another third at the high ground. So that would put him still in a solid position against Cryoc. He's also ahead in supply. He's got Terran supply blocked by killing the supply depots in the upper right corner.
Terran is going to drop at 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
He'll lose his
I
natural.
guess that's a good option, I guess. But he'll be in trouble holding his main now.
He's got a lot of minerals.
Like,
If that
GrimeBoss could just... What? Yeah, Terran does, right? Probably should have more factories to build vultures. I mean, it's too late now. Is he going for a base race now? He seems like he's going to drop at the natural. Probably thinks that with his reinforcements he can clean up his main, and it looks... Yeah, there's not much Protoss left there. Okay. But he also gets cleaned up in the Protoss natural, so I guess both players will stabilize on what they have. Okay, Cryoc taps out. because he's on the one base.
2-1. Cryoc.
Close game.
Hey, you suck. Game type free for all.
Well, I mean, a two-player free-for-all is just a normal melee game.
Yeah, I wonder if we couldn't find a free for all.
What's up, fellas? Sorry, I was AFK for a second.
Hey, you suck. Got a little in-game chat. So GrimeBoss thinks Tar Base it is a little like LT. One Island.
Oh, okay. This is that one map from oh, what's his name?
He's here.
Is he?
He's casting.
Sweet.
He's an ASL map making star. Freakling.
Yeah, we saw this map before. I noticed it from the little cloud they've got at the backside of their base. Backside.
Oh, the
Sure.
swarms.
Ooh, we got a proxy coming up here from Protoss.
The one-trick pony.
Well,
Did he do this last game?
Yeah,
guess he knows.
3 gates in a row.
Guess he knows
Really?
Yeah.
all the different proxy spots on the map. So
I like this one more than right outside of Terran's main.
he could also proxy on the high ground, but then he couldn't get goons out. So
I mean, to be fair though, Proxy Gateway is very good against a non-blocking Terran. I mean, it really is. That's how a lot of these Protoss. Oh my god!
you mean not blocking the ramp, or
Yeah, if you don't block your ramp,
yeah, but hardly
They
any
put
Terran
a pylon.
anymore.
If you,
Yeah,
yeah,
put a
that's really gonna hurt. Ooh,
2 manor pylons.
Terran's in trouble. If Terran doesn't bunker, he's dead. That's my bet. I'm placing that bet right now. Anyone want to take me up on it?
Well, Pato has lived this nightmare over and over again.
Yeah, but I wanna say I'm getting good at stopping this kind of shit because I play so much in ladder that it's another serious rush.
Well, here's the thing. He's got 2 SCVs stuck. One's
What?
dead, and now he's making a shield battery in his base. So I just don't. I mean, he's in trouble, man.
Yeah,
If
he
doesn't
need a
bunker,
bunker.
yeah.
he's got
Very-
140
And
gas.
actually got very few SCVs mining right now. It seems.
Yeah, he needs to pull his
So-
SCVs off the gas, like yesterday.
Yeah, but he had a lot of gas that he
The-
didn't use in previous games as well.
The only downside to this
That's
rush
something
right
he
here
should do more.
is that battery is not in range of the bottom pylon. So, I mean, yeah, he's gonna keep this zealot alive for quite a while until that.
Yeah, he should have
needs
put
to
down.
recharge right now.
He should have
he's
put
already
down
died.
another pylon
Yep.
in range before the probe died.
I mean, this right here, he's
Now
in
this
trouble,
is
man.
now this battery is just dead weight.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a factory. He didn't make a pylon, and to stop he has to put like a second supply depot. Because when they have like 2 zealots, they wait the marine on each end.
Here's a third zealot here.
Yeah.
Dude, you're not gonna get that marine. Just go kill SCVs.
Yeah, it starts looking
dead.
worse and worse for Terra.
Sorry, GrimeBoss, you in trouble, bro. Yeah.
YOLO rush.
No, Cryoc is a
Yes,
Terra.
you're right.
GrimeBoss is a
Oh,
Protoss.
Okay, GrimeBoss
Yeah.
is Protoss?
Yeah.
I see. The colors are so wild.
He got half a G. So I
Yeah.
think he got game. I don't think he got good.
So that's good or game?
I think he
No.
got game.
Game. There's nothing good about that build order.
I actually like that. You know what? If it's not a good game, just give it a game. It could be G2 or something.
You know what? Some people think that's even more BM than just leaving, just game. Because it's kind of like a fuck you, man. You're
I
an
didn't know
asshole.
that's a thing.
I don't think it is.
I think for
I
Terrans
never
it
looked-
is probably.
It wasn't a good game for Sharon. Yeah.
The hate for Protoss is real.
Yeah.
Well, can you blame them? I hate
Yeah, I
Protoss.
can. Everything in the game is fair. If you can put an observer on top of a turret, is that really a bug? I actually don't know.
It's a bug.
It is a bug. It's definitely not an behavior that was put in there
They should have fixed
intended, but at this point, it's kind of an extended bug that's getting used, and no one's going to touch the engine. So
I'm sorry, wasn't GrimeBoss a Terran player?
yes,
Still is.
So why is he playing Protoss?
TVT could be mentally.
Yeah.
or maybe he thinks the map is better for Protoss, or maybe
Maybe.
he just
Hey,
thinks
guys.
Protoss. He's like so many Terran players and thinks Protoss is just Imba and wants to capitalize on it.
Seeing this probe move out, yeah, I think you're probably right. He's
Yeah, he definitely thinks Protoss is Imba and wants to capitalize on it.
he
And, I
likes
mean,
the
it worked last game and kind of worked in the games before. So if it's not broken, why fix it?
Dude,
Same
I'm
spot.
forgetting.
Do we finally have a Protoss map? Finally.
If there's any spot in the middle where you can build a gateway, it's probably a Protoss map.
Freakly, what race do you even play? Or have you played mostly?
Zerg.
Zerg.
Oh, you're a Zergy.
Yeah, nasty slimy thingy.
That's what my ex used to call me.
Making fart noises and trying to bite your butt.
So the one trick pony does it again. Oh, he sent 4 SCVs.
Interesting.
He's not having this anymore.
5.
He's just gonna go for it.
So how did he just knew? There's nothing that fits him
So
off.
at least GrimeBoss can skip the mana pylon now because there isn't nothing to mana anyway.
Is it easier to attack the gateway than the pylon?
Yeah, because you can
because-
rebuild the pylon and it keeps going.
Yeah, and once the solid is out, you're dead. So, don't know if that's a good strategy.
It looks like they're killing the gateway.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no.
will, but he lost tons of mining time.
Oh yeah, tons of mining time.
Well, you don't die, so that's good.
Well,
he took, I
I don't think that was worth it though. Regardless.
yeah, you don't handle something
It's bunker.
stupid doing
The best
something more
Sorry, I
stupid.
wasn't trying to cut you off. What you do in that situation?
Maybe he should just go on SCV Rush's main while he hasn't got another gateway
Should
up.
have. Yeah, he should have. That's a great idea. Honestly, I mean,
With some marine
what the fuck
support
is he gonna do to
behind it.
defend it? You just take all your SCVs, you drop one bunker while the SCV and Marines fight. Dead, man. He's toast. The only other thing to really
I mean,
do here
he's
is just
even
bunker
got
here.
more SCVs than probes, so
Yeah, the only other
unless
thing that you do
GrimeBoss
is
has really insane probe micro, that could actually work. Well, not now, because now there's another gateway up. But it took a while, so why not?
I think Cryoc is determined to win this.
But otherwise, he could have just said GG, or at least G. Or maybe half a G.
I mean, out of all the games we've seen, it's clear he's focused on strategy and exploiting certain aspects of the map.
Yeah, but for that he needs to get to the late game, I guess. So
He's got his command center, bunker.
See, this is the build that you just need to rush to. If you got somebody that's just gonna proxy every game, just drop a bunker at the front of your base, put that barracks right there to block it off.
Yeah, I wonder if the barracks is better served getting some intelligence in Protos's base.
No, you want it to block because if those
yeah,
goons run by and get that ramp,
you need it also to block for tanks later, so dragoons can't just easily move in and snipe it and stuff.
and if you lose that barracks, you're not able to make any more factories. So you either expand again or remake your barracks or something like that. You know.
Oh, you would have seen a robo by now. And a robotics support bay. And you know,
Oh,
GrimeBoss makes stuff at the edge, which is
Has he moved his SCV all around to the top base and now he's moving it back? Why is he doing that?
In case there's dragoons outside of his base.
Or a proxy river.
Yeah.
On the high ground, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
Outside
he
of
could
that.
have just drilled the SCV through the minerals, at least on the one way. But well, okay. Like you can actually drill an SCV up the ramp, which
I
is faster and economically less costly than moving it all the way around.
Well, maybe
Is that
he
ramp
didn't.
block? Yeah,
What?
I guess it is.
They're also
What is
thin
it?
ramps, so bigger units can't fit up there, like
Yeah.
vultures.
Get up
tanks,
the ramp. Get up the ramp. Get up the ramp. No, you're not gonna get up the ramp.
Now it died, and we didn't see it.
So we got a Reaver coming out and 2 Zealots that are going in the shuttle.
See, this is actually a pretty good counter against this build too.
But he's got a turret making. I think he expects to drop.
Well,
I mean,
I mean,
yeah, he was prepared
keeps
for it in
right
the
around
last
that
game,
turret.
so
He's far from getting siege, though. This is not looking good.
like he skipped goon range to get that. Now he's gonna go a DT drop. God.
what? Did he drop behind Riva drop or what?
He's got a
Yeah.
Reaver and 2 Zealots in there.
Yeah, and then he's gonna pick up a couple DTs and drop them too.
Okay.
His tank is about to come out. First Scarab never connects.
Oh, get stuck on this C, yeah.
That's not going to connect.
Going for the tank, I guess, and it's stuck again.
Oh, no, it hit.
Terran buildings are imba, man.
Well, Terran could get all the help right now. Finally got siege.
Oh.
2 tanks are about to come out.
Yeah. But he killed some turrets. He's still got free reign with the Reaver. Oh!
That Reaver has full health almost.
Very bad micro from GrimeBoss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
mean,
you
once the Reaver dies, he'll probably have some DTs ready. Cryoc. Well, he's still got some turrets up. But
2 more tanks coming out.
does he even have scan yet?
Oof, that Reaver took a lot of hits right there.
No academy.
But Cryoc still has more workers, so he
One.
didn't suffer too bad economic losses so far. And now he's getting a bit of a tank army up.
GrimeBoss is taking 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Thinking, can he actually kill some of the turrets with the Reaver to make way for the DTs? There's the siege tanks.
He's
siege
going
tank
Arbiter.
at
Look
base,
at
so-
that.
Oh, okay.
He may not even be going DTs.
Too bad.
I mean, honestly though, fucking Arbiters are.
I think he should go Storm this time. Like if you go Arbiter and Ground Army, you definitely should have also Storms, because they're really helpful on this map. Again, with the cliffs where you could just put Templars on top of, and like Templars also have free access to the high ground, so they can help and that very handily as well. So
Cryoc has handled everything GrimeBoss has thrown at it so far.
Oh, thought I heard a dog bark at my son's fucking video game. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Well, he really wants to get through that mineral patch. Protoss got like 12 probes stacked on those. How many mineral patches are there?
24, I think.
24? That's a lot.
Yes.
It doesn't even look like they're mining. It just looks like the one's mining.
Yeah, the ones at the bottom actually don't seem to be mining.
They're
But
stacked
sure.
on top of each other.
Yeah, but there's no animation.
I wonder
so-
if he's transferring them and they just got stuck on that mineral patch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but then they would just move around erratically.
You'd think
Try
so,
to
but
get up.
I wonder if something's up with this map. Huh? No, maybe not. Maybe they just couldn't mine. That was weird. Let's see here. Fairly even supply. GrimeBoss is a little ahead, but I don't see any vultures, and that's so weird. What you really want to do in a TVP is you got to get vultures out on the map rather than letting Protoss just
Yeah, but
sit back and do whatever he wants.
But
He doesn't really have surplus minerals though.
when you have a +1 timing, you just build only tanks with 2 factories, and then
Is that what he's going?
spam, you retrieve SCB from the second gas, and then you make only vultures with the 6th factory. So you're pushing with 12 tanks, and then only build vultures because they are faster and easy to reinforce your army.
Right. I didn't know he was going for +1 timing here.
Now Protoss. Well,
But there's still no vultures. He
Protoss should have.
Alliance.
Protoss probably should have been more out on the map, like trying to have some dragoons on the high ground, the middle and stuff, just to
Better
threaten,
focus that
delay that
Reaver.
push a bit.
It's hard to see brown units on this map, huh?
Oh, if you're brown.
Yeah. Actually, for desert maps, I always eliminate the brown color from the palette because that's basically perfect camouflage on that type of
You can do that?
terrain.
You can
You
limit
could,
the color
of course, now where every player can pick any color they like, it's it's become pointless to set up good color palettes for the players because, well, I don't know. It's another thing. I think that Blizzard could have just handled better. Like, I mean, allowing players to pick colors that look like minerals and stuff is probably. I don't know. Can you still do that?
Probably
Well,
not.
But just both players having almost. I mean, you can't really avoid completely having
honestly,
similar.
I just play Shift and Tab and change the color to green and red
Yeah.
every game, so I don't care about what color does he choose to play. I just Shift and Tab, and my opponent is always red.
You live a boring life, don't you, Pedo?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's for playing. That's good. For observing, it's nice to have some different colors times.
Well, everybody's
Oh,
yellow
lucky
right now.
arbiter.
So. Yeah, that arbiter just walked on up. Oh, DT. Hut. I mean, Cryoc is making good trades, but I don't see him really advancing on this Protoss any more than where he's at right here.
I mean, that's what GrimeBoss basically needs to do, right? Cryoc hasn't. Is that a CC floating near the third there? He hasn't got a third up yet, so GrimeBoss just needs to steadily expand and trade well and keep map control in the middle of the map, and then he can just outlast the Terran. So
there we go. We got some vultures coming in now.
yeah, but
the lack of vultures in mines. I really feel like if Cryoc had more vultures.
Now GrimeBoss is actually moving up and down the high ground to threaten a flank on the Terran. So yeah, I don't know. Now he's getting all his units back to the left side, which is probably not the best because everything now gets clumped up for Protoss. Could have just tried to move around and attack Protoss from both sides, but I guess he has enough to kill the tanks anyways.
GrimeBoss has done a good job macroing.
Oh yeah.
What he lacks in strategy, perhaps he makes up for in macro and maybe micro. I did like the Reaver switch into DTs. And did he go into Arbiters?
Well, he never actually did a DT drop or anything like that. He made the Templar Archives so he can make the Arbiter.
Okay.
But see, it's kind of risky to do that. You have this window where you kind of leave yourself wide open. But he played it off well. I guess he knew that Cryoc. How many games have they played so far?
The fourth.
The fifth. No, the fifth.
Oh, the fifth.
Did Cryoc wait
right
for that +1?
And
did he wait for that +1 timing attack last time?
Like Cryoc really needs to make something happen. Like Cryoc is finally getting a third base, I guess, but he's probably almost mined out in his main at this point.
Well, he's got this mineral only on the bottom side, and then he's also
has he expanded there? Oh, he already got that. Okay.
So yeah, I was thinking to myself that he should do this. Kind of split the map in half.
Just divide that. Yeah, if he gets to the mineral only and the third on the high ground, then he can try to be economical in his trades and outlast the Protoss, I guess. Protoss will still be
that recall
upper base if he gets the island, and will have more gas, but yeah.
Well, what's big here is taking out that comm set, maybe the CC or factory, but I'd hunt down his armories, and he's doing just that. Look at that. He knows he's a Terran player.
Yeah. Why do you put your armories there on the back of the base where it's very vulnerable?
Well, I mean, that's just what a lot of Terrans do.
I mean, okay, last time he put them at the top of the natural and lasted 2, so I guess there isn't really a super safe spot for it, but...
Well, this is a shame, because I like to think Terran's third, he could just push into Protoss's main, using dropships and gradually take out the gateway.
All you gotta do is just lift the freaking building right here.
Yeah. Like Cryoc is down in supply right now. What's his upgrade status?
Oh yeah. No, they got canceled out, so he's stuck.
Yeah,
is it 1-1?
No, probably 1-1. Okay, but he really wants that +2 weapons, I guess.
There we go.
GrimeBoss is 1-2.
Yeah, and Cryoc didn't scan, so the Protoss army could close in very efficiently here, and this right on top of the units already.
Yeah,
that's gonna well. And he's gonna use his new shiny armories again. Like that's a very bad spot for armories, actually.
This is what Pato's endgame looks like.
If I play Protoss.